Hey, hey, Soul Tribe. Mel, Intuitive Coach here. Excited to bring in your Soul Saturday session. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I had planned on doing personal year numbers today, but because this Saturday lands on the new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries, I feel like we have to honor this energy. So I will be pulling cards for each astrological sign. You may want to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. I will post timestamps in the description box below. But first, I'll be answering some questions that you have asked in the last collective video. So I'm excited to tune in. And if you enjoy the messages, please do hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to subscribe. And if you have questions yourself regarding your personal world, your professional world, or even the world at large, perhaps you want to see something specific on this channel, you want to dive into any specific topics, feel free to drop them in the comment section below the video. All right, let's dive in here, Soul Tribe. Now, Rose 4 asks, will I be promoted with a substantial increase, or is there a better new job on the horizon? Well, the card that I pulled for you, Rose, was the Nine of Pentacles, which is a highly positive card when it comes to career and finances. It represents financial independence, success, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. And I have a feeling you've been working really hard to get to where you're at now. So I would say here, I feel like there is a promotion or an increase. Now, whatever substantial is for you, I am getting the number 7 here. 7 could be significant. But because the Nine of Pentacles often signifies personal achievement rather than external rewards from an employer, I feel like it is beneficial for you to advocate for yourself, to ensure that you are being recognized, for you to, showcase your talents. So I do feel like it's important that you reap the rewards of your hard work. Now, is there a better new job on the horizon? I would say the Nine of Pentacles is leaning towards staying put where you currently are at, so you can enjoy the fruits of those labors. However, if you are feeling undervalued in any way, or if you're not receiving the compensation that you would like, I would say within the next 6 months, I feel like there certainly could be a new opportunity, but I have a feeling with that Nine of Pentacles, you're going to be just fine where you are at. All right, so trust your own instincts, Rose. Trust your intuition, remain confident, know your worth, and be open to opportunities that are aligned with your financial and professional, success and goals. I feel like you're going to hit your target. Now, I do see some changes happening here April, May. So this perhaps could be the time when you do go in for a promotion or for a raise, but really stand in your power, stand in your confidence, and own it. And I feel like they will recognize your labor. All right. Now, Stephanie Jerchide asks, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Stephanie, you asked, do you have any guidance for my spiritual journey, gifts, or messages of any kind? Now, Stephanie, I did pull the Three of Pentacles and the Fool card. So the Three of Pentacles suggests collaboration, learning, and even mastery. It indicates that your spiritual path will flourish through study, mentorship, and even working with others. The Three of Pentacles is a very collaborative energy. You may be called to even join a spiritual community, to take a course, to refine your skills, and even connect to a teacher, a mentor, or a guide in some way. Now, I feel like your gifts will grow through practice as well as shared wisdom with that Three of Pentacles. Now, the Fool energy here for you represents fresh starts, new adventures, trusting the universe, trusting yourself to open up to new discoveries. And I feel like this is a powerful sign that you're on the brink of something new and quite exciting spiritually, as well as potentially physically with that pentacle as well, the Three of Pentacles. Now, you are being encouraged to embrace the unknown with an open heart and curiosity. That's what the Fool is all about, remaining curious. And I feel like you are. Even if you don't have all of the answers yet, I feel like you have helpful, collaborative, spiritual teachers, not just in the spiritual realm, but I am seeing people showing up in the physical realm for you. So Stephanie, you're being guided right now to trust the journey and take a leap of faith more into your spiritual path. I do feel like you are supported as you remain a beginner, remain a student, because you're going to oscillate in this lifetime between the student and the teacher. You have this profound willingness to learn. You have this willingness to grow. And I will tell you, I feel like this is leading to profound discovery. So stay on this path, be playful, allow yourself to explore spiritual practices and teachings, because as the old saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So if you're not working with a teacher of some sort currently, I feel like you will be in the next 4 to 6 weeks even. I feel like this is soon. Now, this is a time to step forward with confidence, even if you don't feel like you're ready in some way. I feel like you're getting a little bit of that push, a little bit of the push into the unknown by your spiritual team, because you are ready for this. You have been ready for this. The journey is unfolding beautifully for you. So you have gifts as well. As a teacher, but right now you are that student. So it wouldn't surprise me if somewhere down the line, this could be years, potentially 3 years with that Three of Pentacles, Stephanie, where you may teach some of the things that you have been learning over the past 3 years. So we're looking at maybe 2028 for you. You could have some really wonderful teachings that you put out into the world. All right. I hope that answers your question, beautiful soul. So Katie Erickson. Katie, you ask, will this treatment be successful? And you also asked, will I have a partner in love in this lifetime? So to answer your first question, I did pull the Queen of Swords, and immediately I was drawn to the sacral chakra. So I'm not sure if your treatment has to do with the sacral area, which is 2 inches below our navel. It can be the reproductive system, but it also can represent your ability to connect emotionally. The sacral energy is emotional. It's emotional connections with others. And it's interesting that you receive the Queen of Swords as well, because the Queen of Swords represents wisdom, clarity, decisiveness. I feel like you are in good hands. This suggests that the treatment has a strong foundation in logic, okay? A lot of logic. Someone knows what they're doing here. This is also about expertise. I feel like you're in good hands and informed choices. Now, success is likely. So I do feel like this procedure, this treatment has the potential to be very successful here, but it depends on your ability to stay informed, to advocate for yourself, and to take some of the teachings, the wise advice, the counsel of maybe a Queen of Swords, a doctor, a medical professional that you are connecting with, and advocate for yourself. Approach this process with a clear mind. And this card also indicates resilience. So Katie, you have the mental strength. You have the fortitude here to navigate through this healing journey. And I feel like you have the right information coming in here for you, both physically, maybe someone you're connecting with on the physical realm, a professional, a Queen of Swords, and then also intuitively, I feel like you're being guided. So trust that you have support by your side, and I do feel like this treatment will be successful. Now, will you have a partner in love in your lifetime? I did pull the Five of Swords in reverse. Now, the Five of Swords in reverse does suggest a release of conflict. It can be healing from past struggles, whether that's past struggles in relationships, whether it's family members, and even past life karma. And I feel like you've had difficulty at times moving on from relationships or disappointments. So the Five of Swords may require you to let go of old wounds, unhealthy patterns, or even fears around betrayal or abandonment. Now, it can also be a sign of reconciliation, maybe even reconciling a part of yourself that may have been lost through the healing journey in a sense. Now, there's peace here, and there's also closure available with that Five of Swords in reverse, which opens the door to genuine connections. Now, the reversal is encouraging you, Katie, to open up to love when you're ready. I feel like you are ready on maybe the surface level, but I do feel maybe on a subconscious level, there's still some hesitancy, there's still some fears, and maybe even mental blocks at times with that Five of Swords. So I feel like you are continuing to work on those struggles. You're embracing relationships with trust and an open-hearted energy, which is what Spirit is guiding you to do here. I feel like you will thrive when you prioritize harmony and mutual respect over conflicts and disappointments in all relationships. So it feels like the health issue or health concern, the treatment that you're currently going through, may even have to do with relationships, as I mentioned. So you may want to look into sacral chakra healing and work with healing that center, because I do feel like, for one, your treatment does have the strong potential for success if you remain focused, if you remain proactive, get that mind balanced, have that clarity. And I feel like love is in your future. However, there is healing and moving forward first through this past trauma and maybe even some physical treatments that are happening here. And I do see here that you're going to welcome love. I feel like you have that opportunity to meet someone in this lifetime. Now, let's just pull one card here for timing. I didn't ask that, so let's just get a timing card here. Okay, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. So this basically says, focus on what I just talked about. Within the next 5 months, potentially, you really have the opportunity to heal. And I'm getting body, mind, and soul. So work on healing from any past, maybe mental blocks, emotional, work on that sacral chakra. I feel like you have the potential to have a breakthrough year. And when it comes to love, I certainly see that there's love available for you. So I hope that helps you out here, Katie. All right. And lastly, I think this is the last question. Shivana Bernard asks, are there any messages from your mother, Sharon, who passed away in December 2024? Tell her I love her. Now, the energy that came through was of strength. Okay, it was strength. I feel like your mother was very strong, very independent, very bold. And the messages that came through, or the cards that I pulled as well, were the Judgment and the Hermit card, both major arcanas. They were both in reverse. So Shivana, your mother, Sharon, is sending you the profound message around Judgment and the Hermit, which represent awakening. It represents healing and reconnection. So the Judgment suggests that she wants you to know that, for one, she has transitioned to a higher state of being. She's at peace here. She's encouraging you to embrace clarity and renewal in your own life. If there's anything unresolved, such as guilt, doubt, or even unspoken words, she wants you to release it and know that she loves you deeply. She sees that your growth and transformation are expanding, and she wants you to trust your path, because as our journey expands, it requires us to step into the unknown, to step into the uncomfortable. And I feel like she's your biggest cheerleader. Now, the Hermit reverse tells you that you're not alone. If you have been isolating yourself from grief, if you've been isolating yourself from maybe others, she wants you to come back to the world. All right. She wants you to allow love and support to embody you at this time. She is always with you, guiding you, and she wants you to find joy again. Now, the final message that I heard was, she hears you when you say, I love you. She knows that you love her, and she is sending that love right back. She wants you to embrace life, trust in that inner wisdom, know that she is watching over you. You may notice signs from her when you are spending time in quiet reflection, maybe even through your dreams. And I also am getting synchronicities are showing up where perhaps she loved hummingbirds and you see a hummingbird, or perhaps there was something you enjoyed doing together and you're thinking about it, and then within an hour you see something that reminds you of that experience. So pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. And she's also showing me an ice cream cone. So there may be something with ice cream, or it can be symbolic for enjoying life's pleasures, because both the Judgment and the Hermit in reverse are quite profound. And I feel like it is important that you let go and that you open yourself up in some way. That's the message she's bringing through and helping you embrace at this time. And the message also is you are never alone, because there is a feeling of maybe isolation, loneliness. And with that Hermit, we are also in a 9-year. 2025 breaks down to a 9. So this is a year where you're coming out of your shell a little bit, and you're going to see that there may be changes in the physical world that invite new people, new experiences, new collaborations in. And I feel like she's bringing someone new to the family. So I'm not sure if that is someone is hearing news of a child being born, or it could be again a friend that shows up, but I feel like they will be like family if they are not blood related. So she's bringing you someone, and this could even be through the form of like a pet or an animal. All right. So thank you again so much, Soul Tribe. I almost said soul much. Thank you, Soul Tribe. If you have questions yourself, drop them in the comment section. I love to be a part of this community. I love to hear what's going on and to answer the questions the best that I can, however Spirit brings them through. So thank you again. So let's dive into this new moon energy, this new moon solar eclipse that is peaking today. Now, this eclipse is a powerful cosmic reset. It's bringing very bold, very transformative energy in, and it's all about new beginnings. However, because we're still feeling the effects of retrograde, I feel like this is also initiating a sense of independence for us to listen to our own soul self, for us to really embrace our own inner power at this time. And it's also about self-discovery. So Soul Tribe, this is a significant time for personal breakthroughs. And that's why today I want to draw a card for each of you to see what's going on, because eclipse energies ripple out, and this is going to ripple out for the next 6 months for you until the next eclipse season takes place, which I believe is September 7th. So Aries energy brings in bold actions. So it's about fearless pursuit. So for some of you, you are on, I'm getting hot pursuit. So there's a fiery, Aries is fiery. So perhaps there's some sort of an idea or an inspiration that you decide to take all the way, or this could be something that is completed or finalized for you with this eclipse season. For a lot of you, this is stepping into a new chapter. This new chapter has to do with truth and courageously turning the page here, because sometimes we get bogged down. We get stuck in responsibilities, or we get stuck in old paradigms, old patterns, and we are meant to take on a new identity in a sense. This is about self-empowerment. And Aries rules the self. So it's a time to maybe even be a bit selfish. And it's not coming from an egoic point of view, but it's coming from an empowering point of view here, where you're asked to take a bold stand. What is it that you truly want? Because the old versions of ourselves are fading. We are making space for our authenticity, our own authentic truth to make an appearance. And that can be scary, but I feel like you are ready. You've been training for this, Soul Tribe, and you're not alone. You have a whole slew of guides and loved ones and ancestors that are backing you up at this time. Now, this is also a time of rapid, unexpected shifts, fated events, and even realignments. This one may initiate major changes in your career, in your relationships, or even your personal paths, especially in areas that have been stagnant. And I've been talking about that hanged man energy for months now, where we've been in a state of suspension, or at least it feels that way. However, what we don't see is there's been a lot going on behind the scenes. And it feels like this April is really a turning point where we see how that hanged man energy has shifted our perspective. And we're going to see a lot of the physicalities of life, the material world, the physical world, and even issues around like health and finances, things like that are going to shift in a big, bold way. Now, Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is the planet of action. Mars is the planet of drive. So for those of you who've felt like you've been in a hanged man energy, low vibration, or you just haven't had a lot of vitality or momentum, you can expect a surge of vitality. Okay, this is pushing us to really face any fears, face our health. It's really bringing us to connect closer to our faith as well and embrace more of a leadership role. Now, this could be in your career, but it's also about stepping into your life's purpose in a bold way. So if there has been hesitancy there, I feel like this is the extra push that perhaps you've wanted or you've been asking for. And then lastly, this is about clearing soul or karmic lessons in order for soul growth to be fully initiated here. Eclipses often act as portals for karmic acceleration. And I've been seeing this a lot where karmic cycles are wrapping up. This is also the final of a three-part series along the Aries Libra axis that occurred back in 2023. I've been talking about that. So this is about clearing karmic debt. So if you felt like you were suspended or stuck in some challenges, this is a really good time to clear the slate, urging us to heal, to evolve, and to really have a new beginning. And I keep hearing identity. If you've been watching the past readings or the readings for the month of April, whether it be love readings, career readings, and next week I'll be putting out the monthlies, I feel like there's a shift in identity coming in, because so often we connect our identity with the roles that we have been in the longest, and we connect our identity with our professional world, or if we've been a parent for 18 years, not that you stop being a parent, but we become empty nesters and our roles tend to shift. I just feel like there's a huge shift in the roles that we've been playing, and we're being asked to open up to a more spiritual part of ourselves, where perhaps we've compartmentalized our spiritual selves. Perhaps we've segregated that and said, well, I'm going to embrace this spiritual practice, but am I really going to integrate that into my physical earthly realm? That's what this North Node and South Node currently in Pisces and Virgo energy is all about, taking that spiritual part and integrating it into all areas of life, because it's not separate. We are spiritual souls that are having this human experience, but because we live in an earthly realm, this earthly realm is all about duality, right? Light, dark, right, wrong, good, bad. And it just feels like there's more of a blending of energies coming in here. So let's take a look here at what is going on for each astrological sign, starting with Aries. So I'm going to use my Intuitive Soul Coach Oracle, which is currently out of stock. They are sold out, so I'm in the midst of creating new ones, so they should be hopefully available here in a couple of months. So if you want one, just check back. All right, Aries, let's see what's coming in for you with this eclipse. You have memories. You have the memory card here, which talks about your life story. So for a lot of you, you are clearing up that karmic debt, but you also may have some memories showing up at this time because you are meant to learn from the past. Now, for some of you, March and April, with this season, this is your season, Aries, it feels like there's a compilation of lessons that you've learned from past experiences that you are being asked right now to take and turn them into wisdom. And so I feel like the memories card here is also about history. History tends to repeat itself, but there's something here that doesn't have to be repeated. Now, I feel like there's also loved ones that may be showing up for you more so now, okay? For whatever reason, the reason could be because we are evolving, we are ascending on this spiritual path. So you may be dreaming about loved ones, perhaps even pets that have crossed over, and you may even take a walk down memory lane. And I feel like there's a perspective change where certain experiences or certain things that you've gone through in the past, it's like you are accepting them or you now see them for what they truly were. It feels like the truth, there's something about the truth shall set you free. And I do feel like there's a newfound sense of truth. Now, some of you Aries out there may also be writing a memoir. You may be writing a book, or you may be guided to share your past experiences through maybe a vlog. Okay, this can be a vlog. Perhaps you're starting a YouTube channel. This could be a podcast, or just expressing yourself and really opening up that throat chakra, Aries. I feel like this is a time of authentic truth. It is a time of acceptance and really clearing that karmic debt and taking the past experiences and turning them into wisdom. All right, let's look at you, Taurus. We have here healing. Look at you, Taurus. This is about recovery. So for a lot of you, you're really focusing on body, mind, and soul at this time. Now, Taurus, this is about closure. And I mentioned that as well. So for some of you, mentally, you are gaining closure at this time. Emotionally, you're gaining closure. This is also about the healer. So a lot of you Taurians out there are called to be healers of some sort, whether you are getting attuned to Reiki, perhaps you are asked to look at your nutrition or your health. I feel like you are being asked to support your body, support your mind, but also to bring in others, to bring in the energy of teaching as well. So teaching yourself about healing modalities can be very beneficial for you as well. Now, some of you have gone through massive loss. You've gone through massive grief here. You see that with the healing card. And I feel, Taurus, that you are on this healing journey, and Spirit is saying here, you may bounce forward. It feels like you are healing from something that's been ongoing, but healing is not linear. It's not a straight line. So even if there are things that show up, a year from now and you're like, wait, I thought I healed that. I feel like the message is you have the opportunity to respond differently. Because you have healed to the best of your knowledge, the best of your ability, there may be something that comes back around for you to see how you respond to it this time, because I feel like the response makes all the difference. So again, if you are wanting to heal the body, the mind, and the soul, that's what this eclipse is bringing in for you, Taurus. And I feel like there's support here on your behalf, and it looks like there is improvement with health as well. All right, Gemini, what do we have for you, Gemini? We have the hobby card. All right, so Gemini, this is all about having fun, letting your hair down. This can be about partaking in joy and magic. It's about your passions and even mastering your craft. This is my 8 of Pentacles energy. So some of you Gemini may be contemplating going back to school, learning a new skill, or just trying something that you've never done before. I'm getting the mind. It reminds me of the puzzles that one does to to increase their mental mind. So perhaps you're doing Sudoku, or, you're playing chess. It feels like card games, board games, and just opening yourself up to staying more present, but using the mind as well. So you may even be like looking at puzzles, doing some puzzles at this time, and just bringing more creativity to the mix. But I have a feeling for a lot of you, there's a new skill that you are enhancing. There's something new that you are being called to learn, or even something that you've put on the back burner. Maybe this is a creative project that you didn't have time for, or you felt like you couldn't complete it for whatever reason. Something may be coming back around for you to take a deeper look at, and maybe put more creative energy or effort into. So don't be afraid to explore your hobbies and really hone in on your creativity in the next 6 months. All right, Gemini, let's take a look at Cancer. What is going on here for Cancer? We have the law of attraction. Now, the law of attraction here is about manifestation. So Cancer, I do feel like you are working on bringing your dreams to fruition at this time. This is all about positive affirmations. It's about magnetic energy. I have a feeling, Cancer, you're going through a bit of a glow up, or you will be by the time your season hits. Okay, so June and July energy. Even if you are a Cancer moon or Cancer rising, I just feel like there's a vision that you have, and you're honing in on that over the next 6 months. So stay in that abundant energy. This would also be a really good time to maybe create a vision board. And I'm also seeing a lot of you, it feels like you've been manifesting, but there's a little bit of a detour that pivots you in some way, because Spirit has a better plan. Spirit has a better plan. So if you were rejected, or if you were denied from a goal or a dream or a wish, something that you had wanted, and it's taken a little bit of a detour, it feels like you have a 9 of Cups moment coming in. So individual emotional fulfillment is coming in here for you. And I feel like you're going to get what you've set out to achieve, and some. Okay, but you have to trust the pivot. You have to trust the detour. Law of attraction. Be mindful of your thoughts. Your thoughts become your reality, because that's what you act on. You act upon. Just like the Chariot in the major arcana is your sign. It rules you. So it's the emotional drive that allows us to really move forward and take action. So law of attraction. Let's look at you, Leo. What's going on for Leo? We have perspective. Perspective is all about a new point of view. It's about big picture thinking. This is all about professional guidance and clarity. I have a feeling here with the rose-colored lens showing up. Leo, you're seeing something through the eyes of truth. You're seeing something for what it truly is. And it's going to change your world. For some of you Leos, you are working with a professional. You may be the professional that is helping others gain a new sense of perspective here. But I feel like this message is also about thinking big, expanding the mind, right? As they say, go big or go home. I feel like this is reminding you, Leo, to go big. Think big. If you want bigger, you got to think bigger. So don't be afraid to be expansive. Now, I'm also seeing the 7 of Cups in my mind's eye here for you, Leo. So the 7 of Cups is about options. It's about discovery and curiosity, but it can also be about distractions. So try not to let your mind get distracted, because this is about clarity. So if you have a vision, if you have something you are wanting to achieve, focus your energy on that. Be open to how that shows up for you, but try not to let distractions that limit you hold you back. So Leo, think big. This eclipse is opening up some big portals for you. And it could even be between now and the 8/8 Lionsgate portal that really activates some sort of inner truth, some sort of intuitive wisdom here, and something quite big, quite large taking place in your life. All right, Virgo, what do we have here for Virgo? finances, Virgo. You have here abundance, you have savings, assets. This is also about payouts. So for some of you, you are really focusing, Virgo, on your financial matters. Now, there may even be a new income source coming in for you over the next 6 months. This could be something you are working on building or creating yourself if you are a business owner. And for some of you, there will be some sort of a payout. Maybe this is due to a legal settlement or a court case here. This may have to do with your assets, perhaps real estate, perhaps gold. Some of you may be looking into cryptocurrency, or you're looking into new income sources that are not only going to help you right now, but long term, because I'm being shown the 10 of Pentacles for you. So this has to do with your long-term wealth, your stability, perhaps even some sort of debt you are working on paying off in the next 6 months. So I definitely feel that you have and are continuing to restructure your mindset around finances or money. So this is a good time for you. All right, let's look at Libra. What is going on for you, Libra? Action. Look at that. Action-oriented energy. This is the time. This is go time for you. This is about hustle, ambition, forward momentum, motivation, and energy. Now, Libra, if you've been feeling a bit sluggish, if you've been feeling like something has taken a long time to come to fruition, or if you were in a hermit mode where you may have disconnected from the world around you to work on your projects or to continue your healing path or journey, I feel like the next 6 months may be a very busy time for you. A lot of you may be traveling, you may even be moving, relocating, taking your business or even your relationships to a whole new level. So put on those running shoes here. You're definitely actioning up some of your goals. And I also am seeing the 3 of Pentacles for you as well. Earlier, that personal reading, I forget who it was for. I pulled the 3 of Pentacles. You may have some Libra in your chart, whomever that was. So I feel like there is collaboration. There's partnerships here for you as well with that 3 of Pentacles that's being shown. Don't be afraid to try something new with a new community, Libra. This could also be new partnerships coming in for you. That's really going to spiral you upward and outward is what I'm getting here. So I feel like new contacts, new connections, new networking, meeting new people. This has to do with soul tribe. So whatever it is that you are wanting that extra burst of momentum towards, this is it. This is it. All right. I hope I'm not skipping anyone here. I really hope that we've gotten everyone. Let's look at Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, what's in store for you? All right, we have a breakthrough here. Ooh, look at this, Scorpio. You do have some sort of a breakthrough or realization coming in. This is the card of victory. This is the card of advancement and also truths. And eclipse energy can certainly bring truths to the table. So I feel for you, Scorpio, whatever this is, that's a breakthrough. Let me see if I can tune in here. Okay, 6 of Swords, moving on. It may have to do with some sort of mental conflict that you've had. Okay, it may even have to do with an argument or conflict resolution. I see that there will be some sort of a breakthrough or an understanding. You may even have a newfound sense of truth regarding, a conflict, because I feel like this does have to do with, again, a conflict. 6 of Swords, we tend to be in that 5 of Swords before we get to the 6. And the 5 of Swords can be manipulation. It can be bullying. It can be an ego battle of the ego. So I feel like there's a breakthrough here when it comes to maybe going back and forth on something. Now, Scorpio, this is also about discovery. Some of you are discovering your spiritual gifts. A lot of you are taking your gifts to the next level because you're unlocking something here, something that may have been hidden from view, something that you weren't quite ready. It's like you had to graduate in a sense. And I feel like this is the graduation. Some of you could literally be graduating from something. Now, I'm also getting with this Epiphany card, this is about the crown chakra. Don't be surprised, Scorpio, if you have a lot of ideas that really blow your mind in a great way, because I feel like you are being asked to really open up your crown chakra at this time, meditate, get in touch with your ideas, because a lot of those ideas that you have are part of your soul's path or part of your soul's journey. So breakthrough is coming in here for you, Scorpio. All right, let's look at Sagittarius. What is in store for you, Sag? Wanderlust. Look at you, Sagittarius. This is all about travel. It is about, the gypsy soul being activated. So you are being asked to step outside of your comfort zone. For some of you, this is about vacationing. You may find yourself traveling a lot or vacationing. I feel like you could be going to someplace spiritual as well. Maybe this is a spiritual retreat center. For others of you, you could be moving. This may have to do with real estate. It has to do with exploring new lands and really activating that solar plexus chakra. So some of you are guided to step outside of your comfort zone at this time, mingle, meet new people, connect with new ways of living, new cultures. This is about diversifying your energies. So if you feel called to try something new, this says go for it. There's a map here. I see a map. So your internal compass is navigating you at this time. Listen to that inner compass, Sagittarius. This is also showing me the seashells. Some of you may be heading to a place that has a lot of seashells. Perhaps shell could be a significant word when it comes to maybe a location. So for example, it could be like Shell Street or, Shell Road. It just feels like the word shell. I mean, maybe your name is Shelly or you have Shell in your first or last name. So take that as it resonates, Sag. Now I also am getting here tourism. You could have visitors. You could have people that are either staying with you or perhaps you are staying. This is giving me almost like an Airbnb vibe. So some of you may even be traveling Vrbo or Airbnb, or maybe that's something that you're considering, renting out your home or your space. But I feel like community and soul tribe are showing up for you in the next 6 months as well. All right. Let's take a look at Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? Oh, Capricorn, look at you. We have new life. This is a brand new journey. It's like the Fool. So a lot of you, there's a reset happening here. This is about rebirth. And I just heard someone say, it's about time. So you have been wanting this, whether this is a new job, perhaps this is a new relationship. For some of you, you could be moving, you could be relocating, you could be retiring. Perhaps you are getting married. It feels like this new life is significant. Spirit, what major arcana? The sun. I'm seeing the sun here for you. So it feels like perhaps Leo season. So maybe July into August is when this new life is really opening up for you, when you're feeling happy about the choices that you've made. It feels like there's a fresh start here that catapults you in a way into your soul's growth. There's something your soul wants to explore. There's growing yet to explore. And it feels like this is a huge new beginning. I see here the Two of Swords in my mind's eye. So it feels like there's a bit of back and forth at this time. Like, is now the right time? Or when is this going to happen? Capricorn, you may feel like you don't have all of the pieces or all of the information to make an educated choice, but I actually feel like you will do what is in your highest good. There will be choices that are made here that are for your highest good. So if you feel like you're wavering or kind of going back and forth at this time, trust in your intuitive wisdom and try not to stay in maybe any sort of analysis paralysis, meaning you're stuck. You don't want to make a decision because you don't want to make the wrong one. You are being guided towards this new life for a reason. And this is good. That sun is abundance. It is enjoying life. It's vitality. Maybe this has to do with your health as well. So for some of you, I mean, this is a huge rebirth. Embrace it, Capricorn. All right, Aquarius. What is in store for you, Aquarius? We have body talk. Look at you, Aquarius. Some of you are either getting in shape, you may be hitting the gym, you may be focusing on your health, your nutrition. I just heard health is wealth. So for some of you, perhaps you are a nutritional coach. You could be a therapist, a massage therapist. This also has to do with self-love. So I feel that this eclipse for you, Aquarius, is really opening up a space for you to love yourself unconditionally. This is about mental health as well. And you are an air sign. And I feel like you're here to grow, to expand the mind. And it feels like body image, maybe something that perhaps you've struggled with, but maybe now you've come to a part of yourself that accepts and you're able to help others in some way. So I feel like there is a focus here on chakra healing. Some of you may even be energy healers of some sort. Perhaps you're looking at educating yourself more on the body. Okay, so body talk is really speaking to you. You may even be changing your appearance, changing your look in some way. Now, it could be minor. It could be that you're tweaking your clothes. Maybe you're buying a new wardrobe here, or maybe you're getting your hair cut, or maybe you're getting some highlights, or maybe for those of you gentlemen out there, you're growing out your beard or your mustache. It feels like there could be some subtle changes, but I do feel for a lot of you, these are really big changes that are showing up internally, and physically, I feel like it's shifting as well. So this can be massive weight loss, okay? A weight loss journey for others of you. You may even have some sort of surgery here. But I also feel like this has to do with you loving yourself, where it flows out into all areas of your life. And you're going to see how you attract more love into your world. And I feel like there's an all-encompassing here energy of love. And I'm being shown the star card here. The star is about healing, but it's also about wishes manifesting. So pay attention to your body. Your body is talking to you. Your body is a vehicle. Make sure that you change the oil, right? Make sure that you are checking the oil and you're not waiting, right? Don't wait for something, because our body is our vehicle and health is wealth. All right. Lastly here, Pisces. What do we have for you, Pisces? We have soul purpose. We have soul purpose. This is the calling. This reminds me of the Judgment card in tarot. This is all about the awakening. You are waking up to your soul's path, your soul's truth. There may even be a judgment call that shows up for you over the next 6 months. This is you searching for the meaning. This is you saying, what do I truly want? What makes me happy? What makes me feel alive? Do I surround myself with people who uplift me? Am I partaking in activities that fuel me? This is about direction. It's about guidance. And I'm also getting for you travel. So Pisces, you could be traveling. I mean, metaphorically, this could be going to new places. Some of you, maybe even astral traveling, okay? Because you are highly spiritual, you're highly in tuned, and it wouldn't surprise me if you're doing a lot of travel during your dream state. Some of you may be connecting to interdimensional beings. You may be connecting more to your guides as well. But with this search for meaning, some of you are completely changing the trajectory of your future. This is not small. This is big. So this could be a huge life decision. This could be a big turning point. It's basically a wake-up call. And you may have even gone through some sort of an experience that shook you up, that shook you to the core. Now, for some people, it can even be like a near-death experience. For other people, it can be a massive loss or a heartbreak that you've gone through. I feel like you've gone through this. I don't feel like it's a prediction of what's to come. I feel like you've already gone through something where now you're really asking some of those bigger questions because you know that there's a change brewing, and I feel like it's between now and the next 6 months where you take action. I'm actually going to pull a tarot card here for you. Spirit, what is this action towards the Page of Cups? This has to do with you opening your heart chakra, listening to your intuition and inner wisdom. You see here that he's holding the paintbrush, he's holding the cup in his hand, and what's right in front of him is the canvas. You have a clean slate here. You have a blank canvas. And you're holding the tools. You have everything you need to design the life that you want for yourself. So when this soul purpose card shows up, Pisces, I feel like you are being reminded here that you're holding the brush, that you are the creator of your life. And with that newfound reminder, with some sort of support that shows up in your world, it wouldn't surprise me if there's a huge new beginning, that you listen to your intuitive calling, and again, the trajectory changes everything. So that is what I have for all of you. I just want to make sure here that we got all of you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We got all 12 signs. And let's get a last final message for the collective, for each and every one of you. All right, you have 2 cards. You have flexibility here, and you have the romance card, collective. So this romance card, because we have Venus currently retrograding and we have Mercury retrograding as well, be flexible at this time. All right. I mean, there's a lot happening. This is all about divine detours, change, adapting, and we're basically restructuring. So for those of you who are taking a deep look at relationships, specifically marriage or soulmates, soul contracts, there's a shift happening here, and it's important for you to listen to your intuition at this time, for you to be adaptable, but also for you to be in that independent energy. And another message here is you're going to notice that there's people here that are either supporting your soul's journey. And these could be people from the past. It could be people that you never thought would support your journey, and you come together and collaborate in a very beautiful way. And for others of you, you are going to realize that there are certain partnerships, certain relationships that no longer align with this new identity, this new role. And I feel like you're being asked to go with the flow, right? Do some yoga, do some meditation, because things are transforming on such a fast, profound level. It almost feels like 2025 is shifting. The things that are changing and shifting, it almost feels like it's a decade all in one year. And that may be what's showing up also in your life. So something with 10 years for some of you, perhaps you've been in a relationship or you've been in some sort of soul contract for 10 years. I feel like there's some sort of movement when it comes to maybe matters of the heart. You're being asked to reflect at this time. You will have answers soon enough. You will have clarity soon enough, but be flexible. Be flexible. All right, Soul Tribe, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here today. If you resonate with the messages, let me know. Drop them in the comment section. I love to hear, what your sun, moon, and rising are, if you happen to listen to all 3. And then, of course, if you have questions, do drop them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here, Soul Tribe. Lots of love.